massive battle happening as Alphilia just told you just to go. They're going to sort this out. You just go, and sort of rushed you towards the shore of the lake, where obviously the more undead and the rock came flying and smashing them all, left you, and the sound of the battle around you and the mist in front of you, on top of the lake, Mirror Lake. Every now and then, just within that yellowy, corrosive mist to the north, you just see this shape of a gloomy tower reaching for the heavens somewhere out there in front of you. And out there, inside that mist, things will be
getting dicey.
No, I'm not going to fuck anything up. Okay, let's get some sounds going.
Is it just me, or when Reagan disappears and we just see the dragon, does its mouth look like a little love heart in the background?
Oh.
Yeah, it does.
Wow.
Sorry, bit late in the campaign to notice.
Maybe the dragons are just lonely. They just need a friend.
Did the sound start?
The dragons are good in this, right?
Yeah.
The dragons are good.
And the Banes are bad.
yeah. That's actually
I found out recently wheel and woe. I was thinking it was a wheel, like a wheel of fate.
It's W-E-A-L?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a wheel is good.
And woe is obviously bad, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I learned that during Curse of Strahd. I think.
Yeah, there was like that wheel and woe thing, but I hadn't seen it spelled. Yeah.
Okay. There is just absolute mayhem happening around you. You've all moved far enough away from the group that while you're within your little bubble, being protected from the mist, you look out and you do see that the fight is like happening within the yellowed mist. And while the clanging of swords and shields and arrows are flying and thudding into the wet ground around you, you do look over to see some of the ones that are closer to the shore wincing through pain as like burn marks appear on their faces as they fight. But what are you guys going to do? You've got this lake that's going out in front of you. Like I said, you can see this shadow of a tower up into the sky coming from somewhere on that within the lake. What are you guys doing? How are you getting there?
Is there a boat? There must be a boat around here.
Yeah, look around for a boat.
Cool. Give me. I assume you're all gonna just start looking. So give me an awareness roll, or a spot hidden, whichever you think you're better at.
He failed with the 17.
Lucas passes on a 12.
Okay, cool. Yeah, there are definitely bits of wood, couple of old small little dinghies, but they've all been kind of rotted and not destroyed, but being down by this corrosive mist. It looks like they might be buoyant, but it's possible they would fall apart at any point.
Are you okay with swimming?
Yeah, how's the water? Is it corrosive?
The water is fine. It's just the mist above the water.
The water's fine. Mallory, you'd be good at swimming. Maybe you could pull us.
I could. We could. The fewer people in the boat will be the less stress on the wood. So yeah, maybe the two of you row. I can get out and pull or push. I could be a little outboard motor.
Ooh.
I love that idea.
What's your swimming situation? Because you're was it a mallard?
Yes.
You've got a specific swimming rule, is that right?
Let's see. I've got webbed feet. Get a boon.
Oh, you get a boon.
All swimming rolls.
Okay,
and
and you
always
also...
move at full speed.
Okay, that's cool.
Or- yeah. So it doesn't slow me down. And just
Always
kind of
move
sit
at
on the
full
top.
speed.
Okay, cool. I think you guys have got a lot of stuff. You've got weapons, you've got armor. It's all very heavy, and what you can find there is a boat big enough for two, obviously, but it looks like it would break at any point. So there's a possibility that at some point it could break, and you could all be swimming along. So I believe if you you can't swim in armor of any sort, so you might want to prepare for that situation.
Prepare, like write a will?
yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah. Well, if you're wearing armor, you might want to put it in the boat instead of wear the armor. If it goes down, you're going to be swimming, and that
I
armor
can't
might
even
take
swim
you.
without armor, really.
Doggy paddle.
I can do...
Got to do the popper pedal.
Yeah, maybe a sinking dog. I've got a 5 for swimming.
That's a bad score for swimming. Yeah.
Yeah, and my seamanship is only slightly better.
Okay. All right.
How
Well,
about
sorry.
we lash two of the boats together to give us double the buoyancy,
Put a boat in a boat.
just next to each other like a big
Oh,
catamaran.
okay. Yes. And put some sticks over them.
Yeah.
What if
Spread the weight
Glam
over
carried
two.
us? He's tall.
Glam is in that you look over. He's in the middle of the combat. He's doing pretty
Is
well.
he? Oh,
He's got a lot of strength, but he also seems to be. You look over and he seems to have like cuts and is bleeding at the same time. Doesn't seem to be slowing him down.
well, do you think maybe we could run along the shoreline and get a little bit closer to where the
Tower is, so we
is.
have less lake to cross.
I
Yes.
like that idea.
Are you going to drag these boats?
Yeah.
If they're in the water, we could just push them along, and they would be easier to move than dragging it on the ground.
Yes, have a rope.
But I feel like we can't delay too much.
Yeah.
No.
If we do this
don't
all
have
day,
time.
we might get some foul looks from our friends.
Well, not only that, but while you're sort of taking in the situation of the boats and you're looking back over at what Glam and the army are doing, you do notice there are undead that break away that come to like heading towards you, because obviously the goal is the Umberman, but they are being stopped, and the group that you came with are trying their best to stop them from coming into your direction.
Well, maybe we just have to go for it. I take off my my chainmail undershirt, and then jump in the boat.
Feel
Guess we
free.
could just...
I'm happy for like a crafting roll. If you want to quickly try and bind two of these damaged boats together.
I guess that's not bushcraft. It's crafting.
Yeah.
I've only got a 5,
Oof.
but I rolled a 17.
Anyone else trying?
Yeah. Wilgus will try as well. I've got a terrible crafting roll. Whoa, guys! I just made it!
You just build us a boat.
Oh my
Just
God.
built us a boat.
Like
You were like, forget this trash. Let me MacGyver this boat for you out of these reeds and this grass and this willow that I found.
That was a roll of a 1, which is amazing. Then you basically build like a luxurious yacht out of these two.
A mega yacht.
Yes. I'm
Nice.
so relieved I did all those years studying, catamarannery, which
Yeah.
is what we're going to be needing here.
It's like
Boys
it's
don't
exactly
need me to push, do you? I can just hang out at the bar.
you figured out like it's best to have them upside down so they've got like air pockets, and you found some little bits of extra wood to put across the top, and you're just putting it together as quickly as you possibly can, looking over and seeing they're like all of your like Alphilia and the rest of the group are like pleading for you to go so they can get out of the mists. Please, oh! Ching, ching, ching. They're fighting away, and so yeah, you all push this makeshift catamaran out onto the water. It is floating perfectly on top of on water, and you jump on. You do need some sort of propellant, I guess, so that might be where Mallory comes in to help move it.
Awesome. We could also say that Wilgus found some really nice long poles, right? And we can just
And a couple of
away.
outboard engines as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
well.
Okay, yeah, you find things that can be makeshift paddles for sure.
Let's go. Time is of the essence.
Yes.
With that, and you're moving further now into the Mirror Lake. You're slowly getting further and further into the deepest parts of the mist now, and you look back after only 30 to 60 seconds to look back, and it's now just silhouettes and shadows fighting on the shores behind you. The sound of it slowly gets quieter and quieter as you drift out further towards the shape of this tower in front of you. It doesn't take. It's actually relatively uneventful, quite easy now that you're on the water. There's no wind. The water is calm, and you just make your way. You make your way across, and it's not too long before you reach this rocky beach. And you can see from where you are on this island within the mist. You see still the shape of this tower punching up above the mist on the island, but on this beach, it seems to be completely devoid of life. There's no plants, no animals in the near vicinity, no creatures. All you can see as you venture up, you get out of the boat and sort of venture up a little bit, as some of Meladuke's orcs now scattered amongst the rocks, wiped out and burnt and corroded by these mists. Let me.
Sorry, the orcs made it to the island.
Some orcs have at some point made it to the island.
Yeah, gotcha.
And so you.
It could be a long time ago. Is that what you're saying? Or
yeah. You're not sure when, because you note that they're wearing. You've not really seen many orcs. You've seen mainly goblins, Meladuke, and some of the. A couple of orc chiefs that she was just chatting with at one point, but there haven't been many orcs. A lot of them you learned had fled the Misty Vale, and so you're not sure when these ones perished. But you are sort of on the sort of southwestern side of this island. Can you guys all see that? You have access to that?
Yep.
So the main thing that you can see here.
There's a big nipple in the south.
That's the tower. It's called Tower Nipple Tower, I should say. That is the tower that is punching up through the mist. It's seen from now that you're a little bit closer. You can see that it looks to be made of marble,
like a Tic Tac almost.
Like the only other thing that you can really notice, you hear like a fluttering of wings. And you see to the north, up at the top of a mountain area, just a bunch of bats that are coalescing at this point at the north of the mountain. And then...
bats everywhere.
Yeah, and then just off to your east is a lake. The only two things that you've spotted now are the tower and the lake. Or maybe more a pond.
You mean in the middle, like a lake within a lake? Do you mean the
little pond in the middle?
In the center of the island. So we can see that from where we are?
Yeah. You're up on a point that's relatively flat now. And it's all just completely rock. And it dips down to that little pond area.
I'm putting my armor back on.
Okay, cool.
You say that there were birds? Sorry.
Bats. There were bats off to the north. Yeah.
Oh, I see them.
Should we just head straight to the tower? I don't feel like this place is too hospitable at the moment.
Yes. As quietly and stealthily as we can, but yeah.
Okay.
Let's go.
It's this pure white marble tower standing, like pushing up above the yellowing mists, stands atop a small rocky hilltop. It's not too perilous in regards to getting up to it, but
How tall is the tower? Roughly, is it an enormous one going up into?
it's like 30 meters up.
About 5 stories, maybe about
Whoa.
20,000 joules if we were to reverse calculate that.
Don't start plan on undermining. Like we'll dig under it.
There's
It is solid rock. We could start right now.
there's no apparent way into this tower. There's just a narrow staircase that winds itself like around the outside of the tower.
Oh, gracious. No guardrails, I suppose.
No guardrails.
Oh,
Looks like this is the only way up. Would it make any difference if we did some kind of investigation to see if there's like a secret door? Push a couple of bricks.
I won't get you to roll. There's nothing. The only thing, maybe if you give me a spot hidden, actually, give me a spot hidden.
Spot hidden. There's definitely nothing. Spot hidden. Go on.
nothing hidden. Ooh,
Oh, I got a 2.
The
That's all right.
only thing that sort of stands out, and it's not up at the tower. It was back down where, sort of in between the little pond and where you came to shore, were just wet footprints that were leading from that little pond out towards the water.
Ew, what kind of footprints? Like people footprints?
It's all just
Board
it's just
footprints?
wet. There's no sort of form to them, so it's just dragged wet slaps of feet have gone. You assume probably the undead, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of where Mallory's mind goes. But there's nothing that's really up near this tower. No signs of doors or anything like that. Just this winding staircase.
I let them know about the footprints and the possible undead. Ugh, I do not like this place. Let's go.
You're right, Mallory. Let's be on our guard. Weapons out, perhaps.
Yep. When in doubt, weapons out.
It's let's say this like area of safety that you're in with the Umdaman continues as you make your way up this tower, and you get to a point where you come up above the top of the mists now. It's not as thick as it was. There's still a little bit of the mist there, but not nearly to the same extent. It's not as yellow. It's not as thick, and you can sort of see a little bit more out from this vantage point as you continue the spiral up. When you get to the top, there are 5 arms that support this wide stone slab at the top of this tower. And this stone slab has some strange inscriptions, and there are shackles on the altar that suggest that sacrifices may have been performed here. And it seems even more likely, not just the shackles, but the fact that on the altar, attached to the shackles, is a burnt skeleton. And the top
big giveaway.
and the top of the altar is scorched stone.
Oh,
But other than that, it's empty.
totally normal.
Yes. yeah.
And any other seaside tower.
Yeah.
You know, they're all the same. And should I try to read the inscription? Is it worth it, or is it one of those like you look at it and you're like, no, this is
You
just
can read
like
it.
demons.
Good idea.
It's too damaged to really read. It's so old and it's kind of cracked
Cool.
and you can't really make out. It looks to be in some language that you may not be very versed in, but it's too damaged to really tell.
What was the thing with the 5 arms? They're holding up a.
It's got these 5 arm support that are holding up this altar, basically.
So like 5 legs
Yeah,
of a table.
Look, arms, okay, arms,
Okay.
not legs. Don't swap it around to legs.
Oh, because it's D&D type thing. We have table legs, we have table arms. Okay. What is this place? Is this they perform sacrifices? Can we examine the skeleton? I wonder if it was struck by lightning.
Yeah,
Quite high up.
it is basically all the clothing has all been burnt off it. All that's left is this charred, ashen skeleton, and the only thing remaining on it is a medallion that has the black mark of Sathmog on it, which is the same symbol that you saw on the forearm of the guy that tried to stab you in the Three Stags. It's that same kind of diamond-shaped head with two little horns coming off.
Oh, so this is like perhaps a cultist or a...
Well, yeah, I mean it's the sign that you saw on the cultists.
medallion. Should I take it, or is it bad luck?
So it's a medallion, and the followers have this sign on them. But this person has a medallion with it, and then they were sacrificed.
Typical.
Maybe he didn't meet his quota for the month.
Could be.
Maybe he was happy to be sacrificed, to try and bring back Seth Mog.
Yeah, you're right. I feel like the quicker we go and kill Azrahel Koth, the quicker we can just redecorate this whole island. What do you guys reckon?
Yes. It would make a nice, seaside, beach atoll. Is there any way into the tower, or is this it? It's just a big, huge plinth with a sacrificial altar on the top. Oh my gosh.
It's just
All
a sacrificial
solid marble.
tower.
This is...
Well, it's quite expensive.
We might need to use the old Underman here. We know the orcs came back here many years ago, but they didn't have the Underman, and it might be one of those little water divining things. You have to hold it like that, and it'll point us where to go.
Try it out.
And Wilgus will try
compass.
and just use the Underman to try and point him in the right direction.
You hold it aloft in the hopes of it doing something. And then you kind of hold it by the handle and try to divine something like you might with water. You swing it around a little bit. Nothing happens.
Voice activated?
Is it working?
It's definitely working. But
where should we go?
Yibbity-doo.
It might take a bit of time because, it's ancient magic and whatnot. While we're waiting... Yeah. We could look around as well.
Yes.
Just to capitalize on the old things.
This is a real red herring. This whole tower, you'd think, go to the tower. You've seen the tower from miles away. You get here, just a crusty old skeleton and a disco medallion.
Should we bring the medallion with us just in case, later on, it turns out it opens something?
I think we should. It's the only thing we have to go on.
How about we also burn it down? That's been
the marble tower.
Yeah, but it's fancy marble, dear. I don't think marble burns. You can see that everything that's burnt up here is not marble.
I mean, that's a very valid point, but we could try.
Yeah, there's only one way to find out. Maybe later though, because our only other clue is those wet footprints you spotted, Mallory.
Yes, I'm a little about those, but, we're here to do some business, and that looks like it needs business done.
Yes, business time.
It's business time.
Let's go there next.
Yes.
Don't slip on the steps, the marble steps, because it can be slippery in the mist.
Put that medallion in a little pouch or something. I don't want it in case it's got hoodoo on it, and if you touch
yes. I won't touch it with my paws. I'll just touch it, with
in the corner of your tent, Digby.
You're gonna need to
pick it up with your hanky.
Take it off around its head, all is break it through its skeleton. How are you gonna remove this medallion?
I'm just going to pull it really hard, like they do with the dog tags in the movies. They just come off.
Cool. Can you all give me a languages roll?
A languages. Oh no! Here we go.
I always should have built up my languages. I always thought I should have done that.
Got a beat in
Wilgus succeeds on
11.
an 11.
13, I needed a 9.
I got an
Hey,
18.
Digby and
failed.
Mallory, the moment Digby like pulls and yanks this medallion off, you just hear like this whispering other language. But Wilgus, you hear it clearly. All power to Southmorg, our three-tongued liberator. And this blue glow sort of appears
Blue
behind
shit again.
Digby, takes form, and it reaches through Digby's back into his chest and just grasps Digby's heart in his hands.
Can I hit out at it?
Not yet. This is like its surprise attack. So you'll be pulling initiative very shortly. It's 8 damage, 8 points of damage. Armor has no effect on you on this damage. So 8 damage as it just grabs your heart. And I'm going to need you to give me a wisdom roll, please.
No, Digby, no.
Wisdom, yes. Oh, right, that's up there. Okay. Wisdom of 11, and I rolled a 9.
You managed to, like, you aren't really sure what's happened. You turn to see this ghostly face over your shoulder and see its arm reaching through your back, but you manage to not absolutely panic during this. What I will do,
I do have 1 hit point left at least.
Okay, this is great.
As I have 9 total.
This is a great start. I'm just going. I've added your little tokens to the map, just to the bottom right of the island, where we can place initiative cards. So let me just shuffle the initiative cards. We'll start with you, Digby. Can you pull out a?
Certainly. Got a 5.
Cool. Mallory?
6.
Cool. Wilgus, please.
10 for Wilgus.
And we have a 7 and a 4 for this ghost. The 4 becomes a 1, and that was his initial surprise attack. So we move to Digby, who's next.
Oh, okay. I spin around, brandishing my my dagger with an eye on it that I got from whichever under the
Rotated in.
Yeah.
the
Ho
inn.
ho.
If that still survived actually leaving into the corporeal world.
Yes,
And
it
I
did.
attack with a knife. Here we go. Oh, I rolled a 9 and I have an 18 for knives and did 5 damage.
It is just a standard dagger. This dagger just like slices
It looks
through.
metal though,
It does look
as fuck.
But yeah, it does have that eye that looks very terrifying in the right light. It just it kind of whiffs through this ghost.
Oh, just whiffs.
Yeah, straight.
Nothing. Does nothing.
It does nothing. This ghost is like immaterial. It just passes straight through it.
I'm leaving. I leave.
Did you wanna start making your way down the?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll step back a bit. Like towards the steps.
Okay, cool. Mallory. This is where I think, just as like a little, we need to take stock of what items and equipment we've accrued over the way, because we also need to be aware that Christoph got like that awesome Warhammer at one point as well. So
Yes.
I think that might be the only big thing that is on Christoph, but you guys have that
Does
now.
damage. How did we kill that ghost?
I believe it was with that
Magic and
Warhammer.
fire, right?
It was
Magic
with
and there you go,
hammer
magic and
and-
fire.
Yes,
That's
fire.
exactly right.
Do I have time to light a torch?
You can definitely use your turn to light a torch for sure.
Start swinging it around like a crazy person.
Yeah, you've managed to keep it dry as well, which is great. But the mist here is pretty full on. So I think every turn we're going to need to roll to see if it's still active because it's very damp. Very.
Is the mist
actually, no, you
still
got the.
keeping away from us?
No, you're absolutely right. Sorry, this specific mist is being kept away from you. Yes.
Forget you missed.
Yeah.
We've got Wilgus with a magical sword, so hopefully you can do a lot of ghostly damage, my friend. But Mallory is going to light her torch and just step in between, like if Digby is running away, she's going to get in between Digby and the ghost.
Yeah, Digby's like running off, clutching his chest, running towards those stairs. You light the torch, it lights up, illuminates the area in front of this ghost, and the ghost kind of like puts his hands up and just trying to shield itself. It is the ghost's turn again with the roll of a initiative card of 7. It just lunges towards you, Mallory, and it manages to like push you back like 6 meters. You go stumbling back towards the edge of this like tower as it has shoved you back so far, and you manage to catch your balance but fall forward and land prone onto the ground, the torch hitting the ground onto the ground, spreading some ashes onto the marble surface. It also does 6 damage to you, minus your armor.
Minus my armor, okay.
Wilgus.
Guys, let's get out of here. I think that thing is cursed. And he'll swing the Underman straight through this ghost for extra Undermanian damage.
Cool.
And I've rolled 14, need to beat a 15 for 13 damage.
That is a huge amount of damage. You like slice through, and instead of just passing through it like the dagger did, a big wisp of blue just gets like swiped up and out of the incorporeal form of this ghost, and it kind of evaporates into the air. He's clearly taken some damage. He winces without bleeding. It's done some sort of strange magical damage to him, but a decent amount.
Let's get out of here. And Wilgus will back up next to his mates.
How wide are the stairs? Do we have to go down single file?
Yeah, they're pretty perilous. It's like the kind of thing you can imagine that one person is being led up single file, so there's no room for them to sort of push around and escape if they were to be a sacrifice. I'm sorry, let's recall these. We're going to do another shuffle. We'll do Digby. Can you give me another initiative card, please?
Well, I want to use my veteran skill.
Okay.
Which means I keep my 5.
Let me just get that out for you. There we
Thank
go.
you.
There's your 5. Mallory, can you pull your card, please?
Got a card, and it's an 8.
Wilgus?
No. My roll 20 just crashed. Can you pull one for me, please?
I can grab you one. It's a 4 for Wilgus, which is probably fantastic. And we have a 3 and a 7 from this ghost. What are we doing here? Okay, well, we start with the ghost who's just... Digby's taken a run for the stairs. Wilgus is standing right in front of this ghost at this point. So let's see what this ghost does. You can feel this chill of death just like streaming into your body, Wilgus, as it reaches out onto your shoulder, just places a hand and just radiates from there through you. You suffer 3 damage, and the armor has no effect. It just goes straight through your armor and into your body. 3 damage, and it's going to stop you from being able to heal or gain or heal like HP or WP until you spend at least one shift in a warm location. Like you're just feeling that coldness spread through you.
Would a warm location be like Digby's tent, and we all like pig pile in the middle and try and keep them warm?
It's very possible. Wilgus, over to you.
Be gone, you fell beast! And Underman will sing out its gestorial vengeance upon him for 8 damage, hitting on a 3.
Okay, another blast through it spreads more of its sort of ethereal nature out into the ether, but it's still standing. Digby.
I'm going to swap with Mallory. So you can have this 5, Mallory. I'll have your 8.
Hey, Mallory.
Right. And I swap with Digby now.
You're prone at the moment.
Oh, you're prone.
Oh, man.
About
you don't want to get hit while prone.
Yeah, you're prone and about 6 meters away from Wilgus and this ghost.
Am I fancy enough that I can light an arrow off the torch and then fire it from my prone?
Yeah, fuck yeah. Hell yeah. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. I love it. You see like that torch on the ground in front of you. You
Shoot
look up,
the arrow through the torch flames.
I was thinking you like dip the arrow
Oh,
in,
okay.
but
Sorry.
you can totally do that as well. You're like on the ground.
Oh, you should pop up the torch with your foot, pong, like a skateboard, and go, and then go fire through it. That'd
Love
be cool.
it. You tell me what
God.
you do. I'm not going to tell
No,
you
all
what
of
it
that.
looks like.
I did all of that. It was amazing.
Give us a roll to hit.
Come on, where's me bow?
But you are going to have to fully detail what happens if it hits. Or if it misses.
Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. I got a hit. It's 11, but it only does 4 damage. So I think she is still kind of like in the process of getting up, but manages to shoot it through the flames of the torch. But because she's still getting up, it just kind of goes like through the shoulder, maybe, of the ghost.
Yeah, cool. It hits the shoulder of the ghost, and despite it not being like fire, not being magic, but it still like splashes and curls up and around. The arrow just goes straight through as if it didn't hit anything, but the fire wraps around the body of this ghost. There's a big like twisting contortion on the face of this thing as it just slowly evaporates up into nothingness in front of Wilgus.
Yeah, get your hands off my boy.
The ghost is dead.
Whoa.
The ghost is toasted.
Well, to be fair,
Killed
what you know of ghosts is that, I mean, they're already dead. There's a good chance that it'll be back. It is just not there now. It might take some time, but ghosts do have a way of reforming themselves. This is something you know in this world.
Right, guys. Move.
But you have found yourself with a pretty sweet little medallion, which, Digby, you've still got it. There's like there's magic in this thing, and you feel like your abilities are just exponential to what they were before. This medallion is charged with 20 WP that can be used.
20 WPs. Far out.
Yeah.
I should give this to someone who has good skills. My companions, this is making me powerful. However, my skills are things like being a treasure hunting, and I do have hunting instincts, which is quite a good one. Like that.
What do your instincts tell you?
That's just to track things and also damage them. But either of you have a skill that would allow you to do more damage?
Yes. I
Then-
have Dragon Slayer and Twin Shot.
Does it
Oh.
use quite a bit of points?
They use 3 each, so I could use extra points.
Excellent. And what were you going to say, Wilgus? If you got...
Just give it to Mallory. She sounds like she could.
Yeah, I think so.
During
That
it-
sounds good. I thought you were just going to say, oh, I've got kill ghosts.
No.
Move. No? Okay. Mallory, you take it.
Oh, bless you, boy. I'll do my best. Okay,
What
Mallory
can
takes it.
charge you for it?
Is it one of those ones where, like, you get an excellent bonus, but it slowly saps your soul?
Absolutely. You'll be dead soon. No, it's all right. We'll cleanse this place.
Mallory the
Digby.
Lich Duck.
Hmm.
Your nose, you mentioned it earlier. Do you reckon you could use that near those footprints we found and maybe
Ooh.
track down what was happening there? Because I think this tower is shite.
Yes. Yes, I could. If there's a creature I can catch a scent of, then I can track them as my prey.
Let's go. Let's get out of this tower.
Yeah.
Yes, let's do that.
Going down is way scarier than going up. But thankfully, there's mists that stop you from really seeing how far down this really goes. And you continue that walk down and venture back into that yellowy, corrosive mist. And it's not long before you're back down near where those wet footprints are.
Oh, okay. Well, while we're there, I'll use hunting instincts. So I'll start sniffing the ground for these footprints and see if I can track them back to where they came from. Although I think they came from the pond, to be honest.
Yeah, like the main smell is like clearly where they've gone. Is out into the water. They've walked straight up out of this pond, across the rocks, and down into the mirror lake.
Can I smell what kind of creature they would have been?
Yeah,
Is it dead?
Yeah, it's a very undead smell. You've seen them fighting the undead. You're 100% certain this is where they came from.
I wonder if they came from a secret lair. There's that, or the only other thing I've spotted is those bats in the north.
Can you give me a spot hidden now that you're looking into the footprints a bit more? You're all welcome to do this, by the way, now that you're actually inspecting
I rolled
them.
a 5. That's a
good.
success.
That's good enough. There's actually footprints going in and out of the pond.
Ah,
So they've
back
gone,
and
I see
forth.
what you mean.
Yeah, they've kind of gone in and out.
Make up your minds. Okay, so we can see where they've descended into. They're just into the water. There's no like other signs of a doorway or anything like that.
Give me an awareness roll now. Because you've realised, wait a minute, some of these footprints are going back to the pond, and you make your way down to this.
Success with a 14.
There's like a hollow surrounded by barren hills. This is where this pond is, right? And there's a little bit of mud around the edge of that, and that's where you can see the directions of the footprints. And there's another orc near the pond's edge here as well, which is just corroded away. Everything that he was wearing is just it's burnt and
dead orc.
dead by acid, I would say, by the corrosive acidic mist. With an awareness roll of
What a way to
14,
go.
you needed a 15, which is cool. You can see that the water of the pond is clear and utterly devoid of life. But you can see at the eastern side of this pond a staircase under the water that's sort of leading up into a cavern area.
Also, we can see like a little cave.
Yeah, a little. Well, you can't see much of the cave, but you can see the stairs that sort of head into a cave. Yeah.
Hark, a cave. Or
Oh, good spotting, Digby. That nose will be handy every nose.
Feel free to scroll
Excellent.
down the map a little bit as well.
scroll down the map. What?
Scroll
Oh.
down to the bottom.
Oh,
Oh, I see.
oh,
Oh,
another. Oh,
So you're sort of standing
I
on.
see what you mean. The
Yeah.
steps are under the water,
Yeah.
and then there's like potentially an under cave air
It's like-
gap.
Yeah, like a little air bubble under there.
Oh, this has got to be it. Let's go.
Yes, let's do it. Well, I've only got one hit point. How long does it take to get all my
yes.
hit points back? Is it
Like 8
15
hours.
minutes?
Well, you can take a stretch rest.
Shall we do like some
Or a
healing?
round rest? How much is it?
Round is just for willpower.
Yeah.
Oh,
But you
should
can take
know
like
this.
a 15-minute rest.
I'll be all right. Don't worry about
And I'll try to do some healing whilst he's resting.
it. Or do we want to just run in? I mean,
With one point, I'm a little.
well, my
worried.
hit points are basically 1 anyway.
I will say that to get to this cave, it will require a swimming roll.
Mm.
I'm not very
with-
good at swimming.
With
mean,
risk
I can-
with risk of damage.
I can
Okay.
help.
All right, let's do a little stretch.
Yeah, I'll help you with the old healing, Mallory. Look, this
Yes.
I'll
blood
say
leaking
yes,
out of this
I'm being
guy.
cared for.
Maybe not. I don't know. I've never.
Oh, I got all my hit points back.
Hooray!
I got
And
9 hit points, and I only have
Oh,
9
nice.
total.
Incredible.
amazing.
Yes, and I could heal a condition of my choice. Thank you, Mallory.
Wait, how?
I
Why did you
said,
get 2d?
I said
Oh, because someone was helping. Was that right?
yes.
But did they?
Two,
Oh,
is
yeah,
someone
sweet.
helping? And you say
Yeah.
yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Mallory
I
And-
rolled
was.
2d6. I got a 6 and a 3.
Cool,
Oh,
nice.
thank goodness.
Okay, so 15
I
minutes
was
later,
so worried about you.
15 minutes later, you're feeling much better. But there is that whole getting down into the water there and getting. You're not really certain how easy this is going to be, but it is going to do something we haven't done before, which is swimming.
Die.
That's right.
I really didn't upgrade my swimming.
No.
Before we go swimming, Mallory's gonna like just poof out the torch while she can and
Yeah, cool.
wrap it to try and keep it dry.
Okay, cool. I don't know if you've got anything overly waterproof, but you can definitely wrap it in the hopes that it's going to help. So I've flicked to the section of the rule book called Swimming and Drowning.
How to drown.
And I think that is a great point for us to take a quick 5-minute break.
This end boss is quite different to what I
Yeah.
thought.
We're just,
Yeah,
Just this cave.
floating. not
It's
so
just-
down.
It's just this wet crater. This is the big end boss.
Goldfish.
Yeah. Yeah, we haven't really talked about swimming. Basically, you all when it comes to just swimming across the surface of something, you're all just you're good at it. It's something every adventurer can do. I think you go half speed per round versus Mallory as a mallard that can do like full speed. So it's only when you're trying to do something other than just swim across the surface of the water that you need to do swimming rolls.
We need a plan.
Also, mallards are not impeded by what do you call it? Armor,
Breed.
I believe.
Oh,
Great idea, Mallory. You can wear my armor and Digby's armor and your armor
Yeah.
and swim through.
Woohoo!
All right. So what I'll do? Well, this is outside of this. This is just an outbreak. If you guys have got time, just to have a
Yes.
chat about this. So all player characters are decent swimmers. In water, your movement rate is half your movement rate on land. No ranged attacks can be performed in water, obviously, and melee attacks are performed with a bane. More difficult underwater maneuvers like diving for something require a swimming roll. You get a bane if you're wearing chainmail or plate armor. In water, you must also make a swimming roll after every stretch of time to stay afloat. So if you're swimming for like 15 minutes, if you're wearing chainmail or plate armor, you must roll every round, so every 6 seconds. Underwater, you need to make a successful roll against con each round to hold your breath, not an action. If the roll fails, you begin to drown, taking d6 damage per round until someone rescues you. If you reach 0 HP while drowning, you make death rolls as usual, but only failed rolls count. So successful rolls don't count. You just buy time. You're buying time, basically.
Oh my gosh.
Well, you know, you can
Dragonbane! What?
die in as little as a few inches of water.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
A few inches and a few seconds.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you fail your swimming roll, 3 seconds and you're dead.
This is the final boss, right?
Yep.
Easily.
The water. Like in a lot of video games, as soon as you touch the water, you do.
It's similar to that.
Yeah.
It is a little similar.
I feel like this is
We
the
need
edge of
to
the map.
no clip through the top of
Yeah,
the
what-
cave.
Roll for cheat code.
Yeah. We need some of Wilgis's digging and demolishing techniques happening.
Yeah.
But
We've got
feel
the
free to-
undermine. Maybe we can undermine with it.
Mm.
You know? Just moves a few valves around.
Yesterday's model said, been waiting for a break in the action to reheat some KFC. But there's no break. We're on a break. This is a break. You can take your little break now.
Take your fried chicken break.
We're chilling out now. Nice. Did the ghost freak you guys out for a minute there?
So that TPKS nearly did.
Yeah, freaked me out when Digby was like 1 point.
I love that Digby's only got 9 HP. That is, that's really squishy.
He's too small. Oh, do I
He's right
just
though. That's
keep,
like 1 hit.
with the medallion? Do I just keep track of the 20 or?
Yeah. Just keep track of the 20. I can keep track of it if you want, but what we could do, maybe I can just create a character that has a character. Let's see, character called Medallion, and we'll put it in your journal. It can be edited by you as well. Might as well do this, right? I suppose this is going to be the easiest way to do it. It is bonus WP, I guess. That might work. Yeah, there we go. You've got if you look in, I'll put it in the characters. I'll move it down into the characters section. In the journal, in Roll20, there is now a medallion character. And it has 20 willpower points. That
Shady looking character.
Yeah. But that's probably the easiest way to figure that out.
Hooray.
Yeah. That way you can track it pretty
sweet.
easily.
Thanks.
Yeah, easy.
Yahoo.
This is great. You guys are on the Isle of Mist now. And you're about to drown. That's great.
Final destination.
Oh, such a cute dog.
Oh, it's the little cloud dog. Little cloud ponytail dog.
It's got such an insane coat.
Is that one dog?
You know what dog it looks like? It looks like that little hairy dog in is it Spirited Away?
Never ending
It's
story.
like this little wheezy dog, and it has like a little ponytail, I think.
Ah,
And it's just
I haven't seen it
like
in so
fur with
long.
little feet on the bottom.
right. It's a great movie, that one. That is a fantastic
that one.
movie. Yeah.
It is good.
Yeah.
I think that was like the first Ghibli film I watched.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You still got to watch Nausicaa, right?
Yeah, I haven't watched that.
The best one.
Yeah? I'll put it on my watch list
Yeah.
right now just for you.
It's
And for me.
It's
I watched it at
the
like
best.
2 a.m. So I've only remembered like a few bits of it where I was like fading in and out of consciousness.
yeah, like a dream.
1984.
Oh,
the
then
first
you're
one.
not good.
Oh, that's the first one. Okay, cool.
It's like Snow White is pretty much the best Disney movie. Not the remake. Not that I've seen it, but I'm guessing it's not their best.
I haven't heard anything good about that remake, but I don't know how much of it is based on just like
Yeah,
a bit of racism there.
I was looking at all their, their live action remakes.
Yeah.
I was thinking, why are they making these? But they made money on every single one except for one, and that was due to COVID. Right. So the reason they're making them is for hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah. That's fair.
Of course.
Did you say they made a movie called Judy COVID? I've not heard of that one.
It didn't do
Judy
very
COVID,
well.
That's their latest. Well, no, it was a couple of years ago, but yeah. Unfortunately, it happened during the pandemic. So
well, it's a great time to release a movie called Judy COVID.
Well, just like Corona, the beer.
Oh, yeah.
The sales dipped, didn't they? So
yeah.
But that's Disney is like one of those companies. They can lose millions of dollars on a movie, and they won't bat an eye because their next movie is just going to make squillions and squillions of dollars anyway.
Yeah.
That's very true.
Just like
they
us,
all have
support us
like
on Patreon.
50...
Yeah. But do follow us on Patreon. You can sign up for the free one. You don't get anything for it, but it shows us that you know that we exist. So go do that.
Did they get to come into the Discord and say hi?
I think anyone can get in our Discord. It's not a Patreon.
Or yes.
It's a yes. They absolutely
How
can.
do they get into the Discord?
That is a great question, Shannon. And there is a link that has just gone up in the chat for anybody who would like to join us on Discord. You don't need to be subscribed to us.
And what if they're not on the chat? What if they're listening to this later on? How do they get there?
I think it is linked on our YouTube, on every YouTube episode. Otherwise, I'm not going to just read out. Go to discord.gg/lowercase r, capital NV, lowercase e, capital P, lowercase s, 6. That's a lowercase
you're
r.
not going to read that out.
Just rolls off the tongue.
It's weird that they have lowercase and capital because I thought there was no such thing with a URL.
You've not heard of capital letters before?
No.
Whoa,
Did you know that the lowercase letters, what are they called? Merovingian minuscule? No, what?
I think they just called
What?
lowercase
It was
letters.
It's a completely separate thing, yeah.
Did you know they're lowercase numbers?
What?
Like a lowercase 3, the little bottom half of the lowercase 3 goes below the line. The 4 sits.
Isn't that just a Z?
Yes, yeah. But it's not a low. It's the same number, right? It's
You're
just
making
the
this up
typesetting.
so well.
No,
on the
there's.
fly.
I think
I'm
there's
totally buying it.
I think there are like reasons to use ones above the line and ones that go like midway through the line and stuff like that. It's a long time ago that I
think of use cases.
Are you talking about the ones that
I'm not just talking about a
smaller?
specific like typeface or anything like that.
I mean like the smaller ones that you use like for H2O and you've got a smaller 2.
No. That's just using superscript and subscript or whatever it is. Yeah.
No, that's not.
Yeah. No, this is something completely different.
Lowercase numbers.
They've got like, tails below the baseline and stuff like that. I don't know. I haven't. There was reasons for using them, but I stopped remembering.
Canon's still coming. Gotcha.
Yeah. But I was kind of blown away by that.
Carolingian minuscule as well.
Okay.
I think there's Merovingian minuscule, but that's where we get our lowercase letters.
I don't think they're called lowercase numbers, by the way. I personally just called them lowercase numbers because they act in that kind of way.
This is a Reagan.
The term is a Reaganism. But they exist. There are reasons to use the normal ones above the line and ones that hang under the line.
Yes. Droopy numbers.
Droopy ones. Yeah, I call them lowercase. Reese calls them droopy.
Under baseline.
Yeah.
Placid.
That's another one.
Numbers.
Dangly.
Yeah, dangly.
That's if you are in debt.
Yeah.
Use those ones.
Look at your bank account and you're like, All
right, who's ready to drown?
Let's go.
Glover duck glove.
Okay. We're on the edge of this pond within the Isle of Mist. The only way that you can see to get from where you are to that set of staircases underneath that crystal clear water is by swimming and diving. You can get as close as you like. That for free.
I would like to get as close, above the gap.
Yeah.
Yes.
And what do you say, Mel? You obviously are the best swimmer amongst us.
Easily.
I don't know. Am I?
Well,
That could
can't
be
you
racial
just swim?
profiling.
What's everyone's swimming stat?
No, it's the web feet. They might come in handy. Look at
Yeah.
mine.
The web feet kind of just gives me a boon, but
I saw you on the
my
lake by the
skull-
pervy tree, and you did a great job of staying afloat and swimming.
Yes, but
Yeah.
again, that was just splishy splashing on the top plane with some frogs.
You're all pretty
What,
good at splishy
what's your
splashy.
score for swimming?
It's 9.
Mine's 5.
Oh, sugar.
I have not been looking
Can
at
we
it.
level up?
When are we gonna swim? When are we gonna
You're
need
right.
to swim?
You've had plenty of chances to level up swimming.
We have.
We've not had plenty of chances to swim.
No.
Well,
But you
Uh,
have known about this lake for a very long time.
Have we known about this underwater staircase for a very long time?
No.
Well, how's about this, right?
Let's
Because
go.
you are the best swimmer,
yes.
how about we do some sort of thing? We tie ropes to each other, right? Long lengths of rope.
We've got
You swim under and into the air pocket that we presume is under there. And when you're under there, I'll try and swim across, and you just pull at the same time. Pull me into the cave by the rope. But however,
Right.
if you're swimming in the first place and you don't make it, and it seems like you're not doing well, we'll pull you up back
Okay.
to the shore.
Okay.
And
So-
same with you.
It'll
I
be
guess we're
like, I guess 2 yanks if I made it, and then a whole
Yeah.
bunch of panicked yanks if I didn't make it.
I like that
just a whole bunch
idea.
of bubbles and stuff like that. Yeah, and
If there's like a lot of bubbles,
Just
there's
say-
like red
Just send up
Red-
some bubbles. We'll figure it out.
feathers all coming up to the top.
and
of
it's
the
crystal clear, right?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can see. But once she goes under that lip, you don't know.
lake.
Yeah, I think confirming there's an air pocket is a great idea. So yeah,
Yeah.
2 tugs will follow you, many
Yep.
tugs, and we'll panic and we'll
Pull
pull
you
you
back.
out.
Yes, and we'll follow you like one by one. So should I go in the middle or last?
You can
I'm
you
not
can
very
go
strong,
next,
maybe I should go in
Digby,
the
for
middle.
sure.
Yes.
if
And
you're
so
just
if
holding
I
the
am
rope-
drowning, yeah.
If you're just holding the rope, that's not
Okay.
really doing anything, is it? You'd almost say it's not an underwater activity.
It's true.
You
Oh.
just
I
have to hold your breath. How
Just-
hard can you hold your breath?
yes.
All right, let's go. We've
Now-
got some.
Let's say, okay, we've got the plan for you, Mallory. If I start drowning, you just pull me right through, okay, Mallory? It doesn't matter. Yeah. And then we'll give you 2 tugs, Wilgus, and so prepare and then dive away, and we'll pull at the same time.
Amazing.
I like that plan.
Okay.
We've succeeded. Okay, next part.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. So Azrahel
We're
Koff is standing there. No.
Yeah. Okay, and yeah.
All right.
What's the
So
name of the pool?
He can he swim?
probably not. Probably not.
No.
All right. So I guess there's a couple of things here. You're going to need to swim out, and you can all do that. But I would suggest maybe having chainmail and plate mail on. It's not good for swimming. It is
I'll
not.
take it off.
I will just go back over it again. If you're wearing chainmail or plate armor, you basically have to. You're not going to get a free, easy swim across to the top of the where Mallory will be going under. You'll have to be constantly rolling just to stay afloat.
I'm naked.
Okay. What are you doing with your armor?
I'm going to tie a rope to it.
Okay. All right. So it's kind of like your armor is tied to the rope in
Yep.
between each of you. So it's like Mallory, her armor, you, Digby, your armor.
Or we could have all of our armor on the
I
last
can
part of the
just
rope.
leave. I could just leave my armor on because it doesn't affect me.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Yeah,
perfect.
yeah.
That's fine. So it's really just Wilgis's and Digby's armor.
Can I draw a question?
Mm.
If I come down this side and then I drop straight down like I'm in a 1920s thing, I can
Bell
walk
dive.
across the bottom of the surface and then just walk up the stairs.
Like the Highlander.
You can
Oh my
definitely
gosh,
try
yes.
it
Just like the Highlander.
if you would like to try that. I would suggest it may go as well as diving down a tunnel holding the rope behind your head.
Okay.
It worked out for me.
Because I'll be basically if you've got your armor on, keeping your weight down, I will be getting you to roll con to hold your breath, and you'll be doing a lot of rolls of that. And any failed roll will trigger you drowning.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I think that sensible plan of the old pulling the armor through Digby is much better than my batshit idea.
And we could have our 2 sets of armor. Mine's not much. Mine's just a shirt attached to the last part of the rope as the final person. You know, it's a bit of an anchor, and we could just pull that through.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's do that.
You tie like the armor on to the very end of the rope, and you've got a decent. How long is your rope anyway? How much are we dealing with? 10 meters.
Yep.
10 meters.
20 feet or something. I don't know.
I think it's
My one says 10 meters.
10-meter rope.
10 meters. Yep.
That's not huge. That's not huge considering how much we're dealing with here. So there's only going to be like 2 meters of rope between you.
Really?
It's 10 meters. Mallory at the front. 2 meters after that will be you, Digby. 2 meters after that will be, or maybe even 3 meters between you. At the 3 meter mark, it'll be Digby. 6 meter mark.
Have we only got one thing of rope?
Who else has rope? I've got one.
I thought I had rope, but I'm not sure. I haven't got it written down. Got
That sounds good.
Oh no, it's going to be like that puzzle. You have one boat. A duck,
Was it?
a dog,
Yeah.
and a monk need to get from the top of the lake to the bottom
I've
of
got
the
a
lake.
tent,
Okay.
and that has rope.
I think a
obviously.
lot of your stuff has to be like tied at the back if you want to take this all with you.
Yes. Okay, but you know what? We can also send it back with a flotation device.
I have a fishing rod.
You guys just tell me what you guys are doing.
I'll tell you
with
what.
and we'll go from
Me
there.
and Wilgus will go together, basically at the same part of the rope, and we'll be trying to swim while getting pulled with the full length because we want Mallory to get a safe purchase and be able to
She
on the other
needs, like,
side and be able to
most
breathe.
rope, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll just attempt to do it. We'll be trying to swim while Mallory pulls us, get
Okay.
an extra speed that way.
Yeah.
I like that plan.
Okay.
Okay.
Mallory, you guys are all Mallory and you guys are all tied. This rope is all tied together. There's a decent amount of rope between Mallory and Digby and Wilgus. The other stuff is waiting. It's going to be pulling you down, right? That's going to be
10 meters is a long way, though, really. Like that giant tower was only 30 meters. So
No, I understand. I'm just saying, like, if
Yeah.
you're tying all of your stuff to one end,
yeah.
if it's just going to drop until it hits the bottom of.
I'm just going.
whatever's-
I'll leave all the the stuff I don't need, like my tent. And,
Oh, okay. We just leave. Yeah, cool. This is where we're saying, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is just going to be.
I'm taking.
So the tent's
things
not
like
coming
my,
with us.
I'm
It'll be
taking
a
my
bit cute.
healing potion.
Yeah, cool.
I'll even leave my rations.
Okay,
And,
cool. Let's do that then. Everything's
Okay.
going. It's just your armor, your necessities.
so a
and
few
your weapons.
bandages. I'm going to bring my lamp oil and lantern because maybe I can dry that out.
Yeah, cool.
I might not take my sleeping fur.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I'll leave my sleeping for
Yeah,
my large tent.
we're going minimal.
Unless the sleeping fur is the piece of leather that I'm using to keep my torch dry.
Sure, you can do that. Yeah.
Okay. Anyway,
All right, we're in position. We're all
Ready.
treading water now in the pond. You're
I
just
thought they were waiting for me to go under so that if I start panicking, they can pull me back up.
this. I assumed it was like from within the.
Sorry.
When you guys were saying that, were you assuming you were in the water, sort of treading water, or up on the edge? Because
No, we want to be able to pull her back up if something goes wrong. So we're on the edge.
Look at see this the steepness of this here. That goes around the majority of this pond.
Yeah,
and
but can we'll just sort of like dig our way in, like ting, ting, ting. We get a little bit of a footing along the edge.
We can roll for that. We can definitely roll for
crack.
Roll for
crack. For like bushcraft maybe.
I'll help you, Digby.
Bushcraft. I have a 13 for bushcraft. And I rolled a 16.
Oh, I successfully helped you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, with a 12. All right, you guys are on this precarious edge to try and get as close as you can to where the cave entrance is beneath you. You can't sort of see that same angle that you could from the other edge of the pond now, but you're holding on. All of your other stuff is over on the sort of shore. Mallory, you're in the water. There's rope tied to you, 10 meters of it between you and Wilgus and Digby.
Okay, see you boys on the other side. And she, duck dives under to go swimming into the tunnel.
You dive under the water and start sort of swimming, pulling your way through the water towards the cave that you can see. It looks like it's, now that you're closer, it looks like it's been like carefully crafted. It's not a natural cave by any means. And you can see through to the edge. It's about another like 5 meters away is the staircase. So you try and swim up to the top to make sure you've got as much slack on that rope as possible so you can get as much distance as you can. Can I get a swimming roll from you, please? You're feeling your breath
Here we go.
start to give.
Oh, did it go? Come in. I rolled 2
Would you like?
sixteens.
Oh wait, have you got a bane on it for some reason?
No, I've got I put a boon on it because of the web feet.
But would you like
they're
to
both
push?
16. Yes.
What condition are you going to take?
I'm gonna get angry.
Other than drowning.
I'm getting angry and come on, swimming. 6 is a lot better. Thank you, dice.
You're trying to swim through and you try to grab onto the roof of this cave area to try and pull you, and you just you can't find purchase, and you get angry with it as you can feel your breath starting to give, and you finally grab on and pull yourself through up, and you're swimming as hard as you can, and you burst up out into musty kind of air of this underground cave. It is completely black. There's no light whatsoever, but you know you're above the surface of the water now.
Okay. When I've got my feet like on the stairs, I do the double yank on the rope and then get up into the dry space and try and pull the boys through.
Cool. So Digby, Wilgus, you feel that rope tight, boom, boom, just 2 tugs.
I nod at Wilgus.
Are there any stalagmites that I can like use?
This is like carved. It's all very well, but also you can't see shit. It's completely black, but the walls are all smooth. Like it feels like it's been carved out.
Okay, as soon as my boys are safe, we're lighting up a torch.
Let's go, Digby.
Yes. I hold my nose and jump into the water. I hate the water.
Oh, poor boy. Poor boy.
All right, you guys hit the water. What's the deal with this? Are you attempting to swim, or are you doing Wilgus's idea of just staying like no movement and just being pulled through?
I'm
Just kick.
attempting to swim
Yeah, cool.
Kick as hard as you can.
Cool.
swimming.
I'll get
in the right direction.
from Mallory. I was just thinking like a strength roll, but if you've got a better idea of something you'd rather roll instead, that would make sense.
Hunting and fishing.
Oh yeah, pulling in the reel.
Yeah, reeling them in.
You know what? You've pulled in like nets with your fishing with a skill of like you're up at 16. That makes sense. You're very experienced. You've done net fishing. By all means, you're just pulling this rope as if it was one of the nets that you'd thrown out. So I'll allow it.
Okay. Come on, dice. The dice allows it as well.
Okay, great. From Digby and Wilgus, can I get a swimming roll from you both?
Okay, I have a 5 for swimming.
I've got a 6 for swimming.
It's like my answer
I
to everything.
rolled a 9.
Did you want?
Lucas gets an 18.
Oh,
Did
no.
push it?
Did you want to push it?
Yeah.
And what condition are you going to take?
Maybe a little disheartened.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh no.
You like hit the water and start swimming towards what you expected for some reason to have a little more light to it, but it's just
17.
But it's just pitch black that you're swimming towards. Where that you can see like the stairs leading up into pitch black. You can see your rope sort of moving into that darkness, and Wilgus sort of splashing and not splashing, just like frantically moving beside of you as the weight of your armor and gear sinks behind you as well. You can feel that tug on the rope behind you where it now is laying against the ground. Wilgus, did you want to push?
No, Wilgus won't push. He's stupid.
Okay. Digby, you're gonna take a D6 as of damage as water fills your lungs.
Oh, already?
Yes.
5.
You take five damage. Wilgus, can you give me a D6 as well, please?
Coming up. 3.
You're the same. You're frantic as well as you realize just how insane this is, and you go to shout, but instead inhale a bit of water, and this is like kicking off something that you've never experienced before. Digby, you grab onto that rope and are pulled quickly through. Wilgus, you're reaching out to grab onto this rope, and it's like sliding through your hands. You're not able to grab, but Digby, you latch on, and you get
tied on without.
Oh, you're tied on? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. You're being tied on then. You're being pulled, but you Digby are able to sort of grab and pull yourself along the rope at the same time.
Oh, okay.
So you're sort of you're moving up that rope faster. And Wilgus, you're being dragged behind, and you're reaching out, trying to grab onto the rope as well, and find yourself grabbing onto the armor and the gear before turning around and grabbing onto the other rope to try and drag along behind. Digby, you burst up out into the water as Mallory pulls you to the surface of the stairway, but Wilgus is a little behind. Facing the wrong way. He's overturned and turning around. Can I get another D6 from Wilgus, please?
No, Wilgus. No.
4.
Another D4 of damage. 4 points of drowning damage as you continue struggling against. But then you burst out onto the staircase. You're back to the stairs as you cough water from your lungs. You're completely disoriented. It is pitch black where you are at the moment.
There you go, boys. Let me just get a light for us, shall I? Obviously, I don't think that Mallory knows how bad it was.
Just coughing up water.
Yeah, you can hear them like coughing and
like,
almost
oh,
retching.
yeah.
Retching water out of them.
Oh dear, took a couple of mouthfuls, did you poor things? Let me get the torch going.
It's like the abyss.
Lights
You've
the
seen that,
torch.
James Cameron?
You unwrap the torch. Can I get a bushcraft roll? This is going to sort of
Oh
see
my
how...
gosh, yeah. Okay. Oh, just squeaked in. Yes.
Yeah,
Got in
cool.
under a
Yeah.
13.
You managed to light that. You weren't sure at first. There was still a bit of dampness to it, but it manages to ignite, and it fills this area with light. What can I say about this area that you see? You've maybe 5 meters to further into this cave, this low ceilinged passage. You're now seeing just how low this ceiling this area is, and it splits off into like the east and west, just a little further away from you. There's no light coming from either direction. The only light at the moment is from your torch, and now you're looking back at both Willius and Digby. The armor and the gear still sort of submerged on the stairs just a couple of meters away.
Oh my goodness.
But they're both looking a little worse for wear as they continue coughing and retching the water out of their lungs.
She's like, and runs over there and is like holding up the torch, trying to pull them up to the top of the stairs with one hand and also trying to, like, you know, pull in the armor on the rope as well. It's like, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize you were in such a state. Do you need a rest? My
Thank
dear?
you for saving us, Mallory.
Yeah. That's okay. Let it all out.
Let's
Let
never
it
do
all
that
out.
again.
That's fair.
Hopefully we find another door out of here. I'm sure it's at the other end of the tunnel.
I'm just going to get some of your tokens ready, so feel free to continue kind of like chatting amongst yourselves while I get this sorted.
I'm going to put my armor on straight away because,
Oh, good thinking.
you know, this place probably has got some foul creatures in it, I'm sure.
Yes. Shall I roll a little bit of healing for someone?
You can only shift rest once a day, stretch rest once a day.
Oh, I can't do healing without the stretch rest.
Correct.
Welcome to Dragonbane, where everything is right.
Because
Dragonbane
healing
bitch.
takes 15 minutes of time, and that's the only time you can do that
Oh my
is
gosh.
during your rest.
Okay. She just thumps them ineffectually on the back.
We'll get that out of there.
Some phlegm shoots out. I'm going to try and light my lamp, my lantern, off of your torch if that's possible.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine.
I think I'm just trying to make sure everything is good to go for this next map that I'm going to put you on. I think this is good
I know.
to go.
I know what I'll do. I'll take my sleeping fur and just try to dry them off so that they feel a little more comfortable.
I like that. Yeah, you just sort of spend some time drying everyone down.
Get the circulation going.
The wet sleeping fur that you took with you, I guess. You're all
Some of it will be dry.
You're all completely soaked. All of you, everything that you carried through, you've got wet armor, wet clothing. You've got the only bit of warmth is coming from this fire.
Oh, did you say the fire was warm?
I didn't say it was a warm environment. I said the flame.
I can keep
nearly
them warm.
got you.
I've got waterproof feathers on. I'll just snuggle them both.
That's actually adorable. I'll allow that.
It's like,
Under
come in,
the
guys.
wings.
Come in, guys. You had such a hard time.
Oh,
Let's
thank
all
you,
gather
Mallory.
around the light. Take a little time to get warm. Snuggle, snuggle.
Now that we're under here, can I? My smelling thing is still in effect. I'm pretty sure my hunting instincts. Does it seem like that same smell of being able to track it in here, or is it not in here?
I mean, there's like the smell of sort of undead in the air. Like you smell that. Like this is where the forces that you saw had sort of come from. And what are you specifically trying to figure out?
Whatever the creature was that left those tracks, so they've come from here, have they? And
yeah, I don't think there's. I'm trying to. I don't think you're gonna find. You're not. I don't think you're smelling any more of them in here. It's way weaker, that scent in here than it was outside.
Okay, so I'm not following it. That's
No.
just where it had come from.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it seems like the smelly things have left the building.
Have they though? Just double checking. Yeah, I mean, like, it's hard to tell if there's any in here or not, but it's far lesser of a smell in here than it was out there. Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Shall we carefully make our way through and save the Misty Vale? What do you what do you guys think?
That's yes. Should I try my treasure hunter thing and at this crossroads, and we can see which way to the most expensive item? Because often, a baddie might be wearing a expensive item.
Great idea, Digby.
Okay, treasure hunter activate.
The greatest treasures.
It was every time you say that, I'm like, it's the friends you made along the way. Your teammates are the greatest treasure.
Apart from gold.
There's definitely, it's pulling you in both east and west directions, but you're mainly the greatest treasures.
Yeah.
You're feeling more of a pull to the west.
The west.
Yeah.
The west is slightly greater.
I do love the West. Let's go. Follow me.
How long does
Go
this stay
west.
active for? Is it just like a...
I think it's just
for now. Just for now.
At the at the crossroads.
We'll whip out the Underman and point it in front of him as he travels down.
Does that thing glow?
It almost does, Digby. Almost.
If you squint. If
If
you hold
it's
it up
in the
next
right
to the
light.
torch.
Where are we? You just continue down this passageway to the west. It's incredibly damp. You can hear water dripping, and you come across another split in the path. One that sort of curves around to the south, one that continues off to the west.
It's south for sure. Follow me.
Okay.
Very
I was
good.
going to say west, but
Yeah. Oh yeah. How's your sniffing?
well, I'd have to do it again. It uses 3.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
But,
Wilgus is confident. He's staying at like the front of the torchlight, casting big shadows in front of him. And the path south now continues back east, another 15 odd meters ahead of you before the shadows take over, and it sort of dips away to the right before you can't really see where it's going.
well, this is going against my original westing.
Oh, I just wanted to check, like when you're doing the main storyline and you just do that little side quest.
Yes,
We can rule this one out. Good thinking,
Right.
Digby.
Well, maybe. I think we may as well go until we see something.
All right.
You're probably
all
right,
This is on you then. Follow me.
Yeah. There's no treasure down.
Wilgus suddenly filling with uncertainty.
Oh shit.
The cave.
Oh shit.
Okay, just let's slow down for a minute. Let's just wait here for a minute here. The passage ends in this natural cave, and the faint echoes are heard, and from what or where is a little unclear. But the light fills this area, and you see a shallow sort of area filled with water, really wet, shiny stones leading to this central area.
Oh, now we know. Back to the west.
What is it glowing in there?
This reminds me of that cupboard that we never opened in the Road's End Inn. I think we should just leave.
Yeah, there's like a
The
smell
spider
of
cave.
there's like a smell of wet rock and decay coming from this room. And there's like a mist floating like in this room as well. Not that yellowy corrosive mist from earlier, just a natural mist floating over this bluey black water in this room. There's just a faint drip, drip, drip being heard.
It could be toxic algae,
Yeah, let's
which
go.
is dangerous to dogs.
Let's go, Digby. You lead the way, mate.
Okay, back the way we came. You don't.
Yep,
Okay.
Yep, let's go really
All
quickly.
right.
Okay.
Run away!
We head back up towards the westerly pathway.
Yeah, you
Well,
guys
what the
like-
fuck is that?
You guys don't.
Oh shit!
I can't see it. What is it? Oh my god.
You guys double step back along that path, back to those crossroads, and take that path further west. Digby certain this bit is where like that feeling of treasure was coming from, and you end up in this cramped little cave, dripping with water and with algae on the walls. And there at your feet is a skeleton in rusted chainmail, just lying on the floor.
I'm going to examine it. What do you say? Examine?
I was gonna
Yes,
cut
I
it up to pieces, but yeah, you maybe do the examining first.
was like, stab it through the head first, double taps. Check that body, and then loot it.
Many things are dead around here, and they still move. So I'm prepared.
All right, well, this skeleton, other than the rusted chainmail, also has an old broadsword that seems to still be in good shape. And the skeleton wears on one of its fingers a ring.
Married.
Not a marriage ring, not on the ring finger.
Should have put a ring on it, and they did.
Yes.
Do you want
Okay.
that ring, Digby, you earned it with your sniffy, I think.
Okay, yeah, maybe is this probably is what was hitting me off before. I'm going to gingerly pull the ring off its dead finger.
I'm
Would be
prepared to
this.
smack it in the head.
Just as he
Torch.
leans forward, Wilgus is gonna cut the head off the skeleton.
Okay, yeah, you just like slam down the blade.
Double tap.
There's, as you pull the ring from the skeleton, a faint blue glow starts coalescing at the sort of
Here we go.
at the head of this this body, and it what takes form is a handsome young man, a human with a handsome face. He looks quite young, and he rises above the skeleton and speaks to you. He says, "My name was Kadal of the Keepers of the Immaculate Flame. I came to free my beloved Tuviel and defeat the wicked sorcerer Azrahel Koth. But here in these caves I met my bane, the malodorous sea demon Acre. The demon must die for me to have peace. Give my ring to your best fighter and slay the demon. This is my final wish." And he's,
Ooh.
Oh, mate, you talk so quickly. Oh, jeez. All right.
He's been practicing that.
he was trying to get in before he got cut down by the Umdaman, I think.
The good thing too, you're so human in your form and your speech, and less cardiac arresty. And you did mention our mates, the Immaculate Flame, and they are fighting on our behalf on the shores of this place.
Yeah,
We
whilst,
will-
whilst you're not able to rest, can you just like shoot up through the rock and go help your mates?
He's like, "I am trapped because of the mists. I am trapped here. If you kill Acre for me, if you say to me that you will defeat Acre for me,
Accurate.
I will give you the magic of that ring."
Ooh.
That's
Yes.
what we're doing.
What
But
sort of?
who's Acre?
Acre is the foul sea demon that killed me.
Oh no.
But you're on a dry bit of passage in this cave here. Did they move your body afterwards? That's a bit suspect.
He's in this very cave. You will know him by the misty waters.
Oh,
Right.
that's what we smelt before.
And what does this ring of yours do?
He
It
says,
helps fighters,
if
I believe.
you accept this challenge, then I will make sure the ring enables whoever wears it to be protected from the mists, which is how I came here in the first place, but also allow you to see in the darks that fill this cave.
Well, that sounds pretty good.
It does sound pretty good.
See in the dark. That would be handy. Can the sea demons see in the dark?
Probably.
I assume so.
No.
It would be hilarious if they couldn't, right? Living down here in the dark for like hundreds of years, going, this place is shite.
We're just in the
Probably
dark
couldn't find
playing
his way out.
Marco, Polo,
Bumping into the
Marco!
walls.
Polo.
Where the fuck? Where's the light switch?
You know
Well-
what, Mr. Cadal? If your request is to kill a demon in battle, I'd love to do that.
But then I bless you all in the name of Aladane. And he sort of waves his hand over you, and as he does so, just disappears back down into his skeletal form. That ring now holding much more weight to it as it glows for a moment before settling down.
Well, who wants this? I would have said, Wilgus, you were to get it with because you got the sword, but this gets rid of the mist, and that's what the sword does. So,
Well, there's no mists, no corrosive mists here in this cave.
yeah.
So I don't know if that.
So maybe it's a
changes
different
anything.
kind of mist.
You're right, Digby. I'll take the ring.
Okay, fair enough.
And it would also be good that if the torch and the lantern go out, because he's got the mystical sword, he can still see the bad guys.
Ah,
Cut the
yes. And there's almost glowing sword.
Well, you've got
Okay.
a lantern. Mallory's got the torch. I've got the ring. That's eyes for everyone.
Yes.
Hooray!
Okay.
Right. Let's
So
follow
do-
you again, Big Digby. This worked out pretty well.
So Wilgus, you adorn the ring.
Yep.
Okay.
You're married to Cadal now.
You should be able to see in the dark now, Wilgus. So it doesn't matter if you get away from the crew, you don't need a light source. Where Mallory's light hits a sort of like a limit, you can see beyond now.
Cool.
Ooh.
And the path, there's nothing else in this room, just a this cave sort of continues south via a narrow passage.
Okay.
Right. Follow me. There is battle ahead of us.
Okay.
Oof. Let's do
I
it.
don't want to do battle.
You continue, Wilgus, you move ahead and you see that same open sort of cavern area that you came in from the north earlier. The same mist hugging that blacky, blue, murky water. The same shiny, slippery rocks. And just mist over this one large rock in the middle of the cave. I don't know who's holding the warhammer at this point, but it starts to glow.
Oh. When does that thing glow? When it's near magic.
When it's near a demon.
A demon.
And that's where we're going to end tonight.
Oh.
Oh! I was about to say maybe Digby should hold on to that warhammer because just so you got a little more heft in your
I
fight.
can't hit anything with a warhammer.
Oh no!
I'm completely useless with everything.
Aw.
That doesn't sound
You're
good.
making it well rounded then.
Yeah, but I just have it as a warning. Oh, it's going blue. I guess I'm gonna
Better watch
die.
out, everybody. Only
Yeah.
does that around demons.
That's also something I didn't upgrade was hammers. Quick, upgrade your hammer.
Yeah.
Well, we've
That
all got a
red
chance.
pentagram.
With this is why I wanted to make sure we took stock of everything, because the warhammer is actually a pretty decent weapon. Whoever ends up carrying that, we can move the stats over from. Christoph's character card.
Pretty sure Christoph will show up.
Oh, dude, I was so hoping, but it's unfortunately not going to happen. I had this whole thing planned that if Adam had come back, basically he had just watched you guys all leave the troll's tower, like lighting it on fire and moving on as if he had never existed. And it was like Azrahel Koth's magic wiping him from your memories. And I was going to have him sort of come back with this big, like, because you guys haven't, in character, you guys haven't mentioned him at all. And
No, we haven't.
And I was I was like, this is
We're horrible.
perfect. Just that you'd
We're
left
horrible.
him. You jumped onto the donkey and the cart and just left him there.
He just got sweaty, didn't he? Sweaty guy.
And so I had this thing, if Adam comes back, it gives me this awesome moment where we can like see what he's been up to since he was just abandoned. And then finally meeting back up with you and becoming face to face with him again was what reminds you of him. But unfortunately, he's not coming back. Unfortunately, I know.
He changed his name to Akre the demon, didn't he?
yeah.
He married the pervert tree.
And why wouldn't you?
Oh.
Why wouldn't you? Just in the chat, Yustos Molsey, do you know when the GM starts handing out bulk magic items that you're about to get curb stomped by a monster?
Oh my gosh, yes, I was thinking the exact same thing. I'm like, oh my gosh, we're getting all these trinkets. There's something down here.
He also said,
No healing items though. There's supposed to be a whole room of like
you say
potions.
you've got a healing potion? Don't you all have a healing
but
potion or
like
something?
we haven't stumbled across any.
No.
We need to
healing potions
hand
in
them out.
Dragonbane are incredibly expensive and incredibly rare. It's crazy. Ristos
I
also
would like
said,
one.
holy heck, they made it through the whole episode. That was great. Ghosted but demoned, says Lyndon Hood.
I've got what?
What's that? Sorry,
Got 5 healing potions.
You got exactly.
Ooh.
You guys have got. Hey, what do you need more for?
Hand them out. Hand them out.
It's supposed to be like
We need to find boxes of ammo and like RPGs.
yeah, some armor.
yeah.
A little 2D of my face spinning in the corner. One up.
Yeah, there we
Yes.
go.
I was a little worried that the ghost was going to kill Digby in one shot. There, that was.
Yes.
You were very squishy, Digby.
And useless. You know?
Aw,
Not good at. I hit it with my knife and nothing happened.
the precious papa.
Yes, I think his inability to do anything, makes him adorable. But
He's a good
that's about
salesman,
It
right?
goes with the
Yes.
laziness. He never really tried.
Well, yeah, he's a salesman. He's good with his bartering and his
Yes.
Pretty good
when
at
we need to
awareness
find
now.
treasure, you tell us where it is.
Yep. Persuasion is
When-
17.
When we start stupid fights with huge giants, you're like,
Yeah.
hang on a minute, maybe we need to take this man a cake.
Yes,
that paid off.
persuade him.
Yes.
And he came back and threw a giant rock. I was impressed with
Exactly.
that.
Yes.
Like, yes.
That's all you, Digby.
That's so poetic, right? Because you had your shitty sling for the most of the campaign, and then you got a big giant that throws boulders for you.
Yeah.
You know? That's a good level up.
David
real
and
good.
Goliath join up.
Oh, great. Did you participate in the game session? Give yourself a skill to upgrade. Maybe something that requires a warhammer. Did you explore a new location? That's a yes.
Yes.
Did you defeat one or more dangerous adversaries? Yes.
Yay.
Did you overcome an obstacle without using force? I'd call swimming a force, but I'll allow it.
Yay.
And
Yeah.
did you give in to
Put
your
that
weakness?
right on swimming.
Did you give in to your weakness?
Didn't have a time for a nap. Oh, I did, man. Yeah.
I wasn't really reckless. Not a lot of chance to be reckless.
I think you did pretty well considering you're not a good swimmer, but you went first.
I was
the
the better swimmer. More likely to survive swimmer.
yeah. Up to you guys. You guys decide on that optional one if you gave into your weakness or not. But I think we had 1-1 from Wilgus. No 20s, and that's it.
For catamaraning.
Well, let's start with you. I loved the catamaran, by the way. That was fantastic. I
Yeah.
thought that was a great roll.
Yes, that was amazing.
That was
Yeah.
one of those. That was one of the things where I was like, I don't have a solution, so whatever you guys come up with is going to have to be good. And you guys did great.
Yeah. They saved our baby.
Ooh. That avoided a TPK for a little
It
bit.
was the alternative was that you swim the whole way.
Sugar,
Oh
that
my
would've been
gosh.
tough.
Yeah,
Mallory
could've
had
had
no
all
problem
that.
though. You go full speed.
yeah. You just across the but every 15
Across-
minutes, I think you have
across
to have
the
a
top.
roll. So it would have been a couple of rolls to see if you had the stamina. But we'll start with you, mate.
Awareness, crafting, myths and legends, spot hidden, and swords. And I'm going to click the button and see what happens. Cha-ching. And failed all of them.
But you picked a couple of real imagine. Oh, that would have been great. That would have been amazing if you'd got a couple of those, because that would have been a couple more heroic abilities. Unfortunately, because they're so high, they're also very hard to hit. Mallory, will go with you next.
Hooray! So I'm going for evade, swimming, hammers, and knives. But evade and knives are both 17.
Oh,
So
come on.
let's go.
Let's get
Come
another.
on, dice. Hello. Oh, come on, button. Is it working?
You do have a problem
It's
with that
doing
button,
that thing
don't you?
again. Oh, motherfucker bucket. Come on.
You got to click at the bottom of the button, almost
The button.
where the icon was.
Is it
not
a
there,
magic
but click but just
pixel
beneath
somewhere?
it. Yeah. It turns into a little hand, like you're 1 pixel beneath the button. That's where you need to click.
Come on. Oh, there it is.
Here we go.
Oh, knives didn't make it. I'm so sad. But hammers did. Yay.
Hammers dead.
Oh.
Hammers goes up to
What do you got
7.
now? A 6 for hammers?
Hammers is now 7. Hooray.
Okay. Good.
Let's see. No swimming. No evade. That was it. No evade. No swimming.
No
Got my
swimming.
hammer. No knives. Sad.
Digby, this is a bad night for level ups. Let's see
Alright,
how
I've
you
got
do.
Bushcraft, which is at 13 currently. Evade is at 14. Persuasion's at 17. And swimming is at 5.
Okay, good luck.
Oh, I rolled a 19, but not for the thing. Not for persuasion, which I needed. So, bushcraft is a fail. Oh, evade. That's a
That's a
pass.
success.
So
yeah,
now I've got 15 for
Nice.
evade. Fail on persuasion, but a pass for swimming. So now I've got a 6 for swimming.
Okay. All right. Well, we've got some level ups. Not a great night for level ups, but you guys did have a bunch of awesome montage training last week, so that helped. That helped a lot.
Should have been swimming.
Swimming and hammer training would have been amazing.
Yep.
But we're good.
Both
We're
at
good.
once.
Yeah. I'll allow it. That would have been amazing.
Some Dragon Ball training.
Tugboat power.
Yesterday's model says, really enjoyed this campaign so far and will be bittersweet when they defeat or are defeated by Sagmoth. Yeah. Yeah. I honestly don't know how much longer this campaign's got, guys. It could be 2 sessions, it could be 3 sessions. I think it's definitely more than one. Definitely more than one more. But it could be
Unless
2.
we die. And then
Could be
it's-
unless you die next week, then it is only one more. But 2 or 3 more sessions, I think, and then you
Oh my goodness.
you guys are close. You guys are very close.
It gets easier, right?
That's I think that's Dragonbane style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that is exactly what you can expect from Dragonbane.
This big red pentagram, that seems fine. In the middle of the room.
Yeah.
Middle of a cave.
I'm trying
Someone's
to.
had time on their hands.
There's no in between with Dragonbane. It's either woohoo, we did it, or the pendulum swings all the way to the other side and it's like, oh my gosh, why Dragonbane? Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, it doesn't really. I don't think it states anywhere why there's a pentagram, but there's definitely a pentagram. I actually know it does say. It does say. Sorry, there is a reason for the pentagram. I'm sure it's nothing.
Interior decor.
I make all these sad noises about the hard fights that we've had, but it has been ridiculous fun.
Oh, good.
And from a story point of view, it's like almost dying is the best.
Yeah. Digby, you must be having a great time then.
Yeah. True.
It used to be Christoph that would go down every single session or every single fight.
Yep. Until he went down for good.
Oh, unfortunately.
I mean, who?
Let's just talk about nothing but Christoph. We'll just be reminiscing about Christoph the whole next time.
Yeah. This is great, guys. I'm so excited about what's happening next.
I'm pretty sure next episode, Graham's going to squeeze himself down this tunnel.
Yeah.
Out, right?
This absolutely tiny little cave system.
Or just as we're about to die,
he's gonna
he can
do
punch
a
through the
menu.
ceiling, like a big fist just smashes into like the enemy.
He's gonna do a manu into the lake. All the water will go out, so we don't have to swim anymore. And then he'll crawl in through the tunnel.
Yeah.
And you guys are keen to kill the demon Acre as well while you're at it. That's nice of you.
Let's do it.
Well, I don't know if we're
Is
even
it a sea
gonna
monster?
avoid him. There's like smells like demons around here.
Yeah, and that warhammer is glowing.
Okay, I'm going now.
We need someone to work the hammer.
So the warhammer was called the Fiend. Just to remind you guys, it was called the Fiend Crusher. It had a bunch of jewels set into it. Durability of 15. The warhammer is magical, so it's classified as a magical weapon, and glows red whenever the bearer is within a certain distance of a demon.
Oh, so it's starting to glow. So this definitely can.
What was that? Sorry, I didn't. You kind
I was mostly mumbling to myself.
of. I mean, it came across
Great.
like that.
No,
That's fine.
no, it was great. It's glowing. There's a demon.
See it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Cool. I kind of just want to play more. I just want to continue playing. This is getting.
You stopped it, motherfucker.
I know.
About to kill this demon.
It's because it's Betty Buys.
It is Betty Buys.
Yeah.
It's a school night.
Yeah.
I got the week off.
You took one of the smart ones. I was wondering why you're playing some
My wife as well.
Nintendo today during the day. While
Yes,
trying
I'm
to work.
all blobbing out.
Yeah. Awesome. I should have done the same. It would have been great. But we will be back next Tuesday, where we will continue our venture through the Isle of Mist, see what this Acre demon is up to, TPK, and start a new challenge. Let me just have a quick look while I'm just here. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to look with my eyes.
Just giggle.
Oh, so we just have to judge from your face.
Zoom in. Go into the reflection of his eyes. Enhance.
Zoom in, enhance.
Just seeing how damaging Acre could be.
Not at all.
He's just
barely a scratch.
misunderstood.
He's
a
so
pensioner.
misunderstood. Yeah.
Oh,
We just need to
This could be good.
emotionally damage him, and just goes down in one hit.
I mean, how hard could a demon be to fight anyway?
There's all
We've
sorts of
fought
demons.
heaps of
It could
them
just
already.
Yeah.
Yeah, easy.
Lemons crazy.
All right. Thanks to everybody for coming and watching. I really appreciate having you here. Even just for following us on Twitch, subscribing to us on YouTube, stuff like that. All the free stuff, even that little Patreon thing that is free. Just support us everywhere. Come talk to us in our Discord. All of that kind of support is super cool. Here's the Discord. Here's the YouTube, and here is our Patreon. Just support us. That's it. You don't have to spend a cent. We just like knowing you're there. And we'll see you next Tuesday. The death to the demon Acre.
Death to all
Death
demons.
by demon.
Death by all demons, yeah.
Either way. All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night. And thanks you guys for playing an awesome game.
Thank you. Cheers,
Bye,
bye.
everybody.
Everybody.